Feeling tart today. Why, hello, tarts, you beautiful individuals. How are you all? How is everybody on this? It's Friday, right? I'm paying attention. Hey, Dean, Relu, Zarian, thank you so much for the resub. You are a legend. No, it's not. It's... Wait, you can hear me. So it's just Dean. Why would I assume... Okay, so you all heard me except for Dean. Dean, you fool! I was like, that's fine. Yeah. You're trying to throw me off. No, that's all good. As long as you can hear me. I was really confused because I was like, it was muted. I've unmuted it. I checked. It definitely isn't muted. Hello and welcome. Dean, have you tried turning the volume up? Exactly. I would like to say I'm beginning the stream with, I think, the most things that I have ever started a stream with. I have a large glass of water. Have some now. Look, Dean, it's not usually your fault, but this time it is. Hydrate, exactly. Safe way to start. So we have nice big water. We have a full pot of tea. We have a whiskey and 2 sausage rolls. Any mood that may strike me, I'm covered. Every mood. I don't know what I want. Tea is in tequila? No. I actually don't have any tequila in the house. I haven't really been drinking, at least not at home. But, like, you know, I'll drink occasionally when I go to the pub or something. But I was listening to a song while I was getting ready and they mentioned tequila and I was like, yeah! I wish I had ice cream. No ice cream. These sausage rolls are pretty scandalous though. They were in the fridge. They needed to be consumed. In fact, we'll say it's a review. I'm reviewing whatever these are. Pretty good. A little sagey for my taste, but pretty nice. So anyway, hello everybody. I've missed you all. The overlay's off? Oh yeah, I was recording stuff. Hang on. Actually, everything's off, isn't it? There we go. It's all on now. Apologies. I should make a scene with nothing on it where I record things, but what I always do is go, I haven't made the scene, and then I just turn everything off and record. Oh my god! Dean!
Lemony 35 party, Lemony 35 party, Lemony 35 party, Lemony 35 party, Lemony 35 party.
Yay! I came out of Moana 2 and 2 guys beat the shit out of each other. So, you know what? It's happening. I will say, they weren't directly from Moana 2. They didn't leave Moana and start punching each other. But I was literally coming down the escalators at the cinema. And these 2 guys at the bottom, well, it was funny because I was coming down the escalators. It was too dark for your camera. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. I love a good fight. I mean, obviously it's bad, you know, shouldn't do it. But basically, I was leaving Moana 2. I'm coming downstairs. It's like nighttime. I don't know. Moana 2 made money as well. All right, we're going to get to it. Right. Hello. First of all, I've seen a couple of films. One of them is Moana 2. And as I was leaving, I came down the escalator and there were these like 3 guys. There's like 2 guys who are clearly trying to argue with each other. And then 1 guy who's sort of like semi trying to calm them down. You know, when the fight hasn't happened yet. So like the guy in the middle's like pretending like nothing's going on, but he's just trying to like keep the conversation going. Yeah. So I saw that and I was there with a couple of friends, one of which is a man. And the thing is, as a woman, when you see a fight, it's fine. You're not going to get involved. Right? No one's gonna come at you. So I get to watch fights, but I'm very aware that when you're with a man, the man it could get entangled in said fight without wanting to. So I had to kind of be like, we can't stand here and watch too much. So then the guys stopped sort of arguing as much and went inside and did that like bro thing where it's like, yeah, love you, bro. So I was like, oh, okay, it's over. Like the anger is over. But then they didn't go downstairs because I think they were from like, there's like an arcade downstairs. And so yeah, like I've been places with you, you know, I know the fucking people start to fight each other bullshit that goes on. So I was like, oh, it's chilling out. And then I like turn back around towards them for a second, and I just see one guy just boof punch the other straight in the face, and I was like, oh no, oh god, why have you done this, right? And then after that, one guy just picked up the other guy and threw him straight on the floor, like picked him up and just yeeted him into the floor, right? And oh my god, he went down and it sounded not great. It was, you know, when you just hear like the smack of somebody hitting like a hard floor and you're like, shit. Yeah, so he hit the floor and he was face down, just not moving. And I was like, you killed him! You've killed him! Because he fully like judo swung him into the floor. So anyway, he's flat on the floor, absolutely fucked. And then I was like, do we need to try and call someone? And then he kind of was like, and like rolled over and was laying on his back. And I was like, well, he's conscious. That's progress. And obviously there was like security there and stuff. So they were dealing with it. But yeah, I mean, I do think that popping off outside the mosque is more ridiculous. Oh yeah, what's PlayerUnknown's new game? I don't know anything about it. Yeah.
The guy on the floor experiencing the consequences of his actions.
Yeah.
Greater than O.
It was, I mean, on one hand, the guy who threw him on the floor, obviously, like, it was a lot to be thrown on the floor. But I'm like, when you start punching people, you get what you get. Do you know what I mean? Angry Arabic, and it looked like it was carnage. I bet it was like car related. It's always car related. Everyone's trying to park. There's not enough parking spaces. It's drama. Undiscovered world. Oh dear. Immersive tech demo showcasing PlayerUnknown's production groundbreaking technology in Earth-scale world. So it's not a game. Yeah, but bear in mind, I don't think this is a game. I think what we're seeing here, I'll show you guys, is essentially what the engine can do. Do you know what I mean?
Don't believe in technology developed in vacuum. This is why we have Prologue, which is on Unreal.
The French are involved, always a bad sign.
Part of our technology to generate a world, and it's why we have Preface,
so, like,
which is
it might not be
about
very interesting because you're like, who fucking
so
cares?
we attack the problem from both ends, and then after we'll have some different products. Sometimes it will be a game, sometimes it will be a technical demo that's gonna
this isn't it. Okay. Well,
prove that the technology is
show
ready
me something.
to go to the next
large agent interaction on massive worlds. It's more about
Are they just flexing they can do what Starfield couldn't do?
the large scale.
Because Starfield was like, with no cutscenes. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm not really sure if this is like... This doesn't look like a game. It looks like something that you could pay to use to make your game. If I told you I found the house... a house where the words Swiss cheese, grass carpet, and grandma's sex bedroom could be used. Okay, we'll click on it. Yeah, I have no idea why they made Starfield boring. I don't know why they chose that. Because I'm sure the writers could have thought of something interesting. I don't know. I think things set in space are often boring. Okay. So, we could be moving to Mo. Mo, which is that one, right? We're just jumping from thing to thing real quick. We'll get on track. I have plans. Okay, HMP, you were too slow. You only were permitted for a minute. Oh, French. That explains the mostly negative. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think that's like anything that's playable. Okay, so we're in Missouri, a state that I know literally nothing about. Can anyone tell me one thing about Missouri? Right, let's see if my tea's done its thing. I miss her. What, Missouri? Arch. I see. Cows? They have cows? Sounds like misery. Yeah, I would say, like, of all of the states, I can think of the least things that I know about, like, Missouri and Delaware. But, like, Delaware gets... Joe Biden is from there. So, like, that's something. But, like, even, like, a lot of weird southern states, I can think of something. You know? Like, Louisiana's got a lot going on. They got gumbo. That's cool. But, like... Missouri is like where Kentucky... Yeah, but like, Kentucky is Kentucky. They invented Kentucky Fried Chicken, surely. Hey, Deets. You should eat something you should. I recommend 2 sausage rolls. I might have another 2 for dinner and call it scurvy. Anyway, we've not got to the bottom. Like, you've got your corn states. Like, you've got, like, Nebraska, you know? And you're like, what the hell's in Nebraska? But, like, it's big, it's empty, it's wide. It's near the places that has, like, oil fields in it. Like, you know, I can usually think of something, but I can give you nothing about this state. But except for it has this house in it. No, Kentucky is a state. And the capital of Kentucky... I don't know what the capital of Kentucky is. But it probably has cities in it. Get some lunch. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Get something good. Right. What's this? Okay, so outside, I will say I fucking love this. I am obviously, because I'm British, I'm prone to bricks, okay? I like bricks. I don't like wooden houses. But I do like this. Now, maybe this roof and the water running onto this... I don't know if this is a tenable way of building a house. This looks like something I would build in The Sims, to be honest. Like... Where's the guttering so when the water comes down here, it doesn't like pool here and make the whole carport rot or whatever. But I like the way it looks, okay? This looks a bit bowed. It's probably about to fall down, all right? Why is this so dark? Is there water getting through the roof? Unclear. Point is, it looks fucking peng, all right? I like that. Missouri has Kansas City. No, we're not making fun of Missouri specifically. I was just trying to find out one thing about Missouri. And chat has managed to give me nothing. All right? But, like, no, because this up here, fucking nice. This up here, come on, you're sitting up here. Okay, you've got to go all the way downstairs to make your coffee to bring it upstairs, but I don't care. It's nice. It's as somebody who obviously grew up as a teenager enjoying a lot of American TV shows, I can tell you for a fact the idea of sitting, like, up by the roof talking about my life, that's good. So many places to set on fire. The Big Arch in St. Louis. Is that literally all they have? Like, there's nothing interesting about Missouri. Like, no famous... Are there any famous bands? Silver Dollar City? I have no idea what any of that is. Not the foggiest. And, like, yeah, okay, Big Arch is fine, but literally Chicago's Bean has outdone the Big Arch. Chuck Berry, okay. I'll take Chuck Berry, that's cultural. And he wasn't the one who married his cousin, is he? No. Who married his 13-year-old cousin from that era? It wasn't Chuck Berry, so we're fine. Eminem, technically, nah, the Mitten. The Mitten has Eminem. Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah. He's white and he married his cousin. Yes, exactly. Good. Okay, good. No, we love Chuck Berry. He originated tons of things about music. He's very talented. Slay. So you can get on top of the arch. Okay, that's better than the bean. I'm not even sure if you can, like... you can touch the bean. Sounds inappropriate. But the point being... Eminem is from Detroit, basically. And Detroit is another M state. And it's the one that looks like a mitten. I think Fall Out Boy are also from there. Has an ice hockey team, which has a music symbol for their logo. That's cute. They still do that in Florida, but usually to avoid jail. What? That's diabolical. No, he married, I think he like went across state lines to marry his 13-year-old cousin, and it ruined his career because obviously even in like the 50s, that was not the dumb thing. Anyway, let's find out what's interesting about this house other than the fact that I quite like it. Okay. Would I ever be bold enough to decorate my house like this? No. But do I wish I was? Yes. This is fucking sick. It's hideous. I love it. You cannot be depressed in that room. I love it. It does look like a poster for the Isle of Wight Festival. I like the holes. They're big. Could put a leg through it. No, I like it. It's horrible. I love it. It's criminal. Can you imagine buying this wallpaper? I don't fucking know, but I like it, but it's awful. Why are they showing me more of these bitches? Also, like, why are these women all white? Suspicious. What can I say? Oh, I hate this. I don't like that. It's all about bullfighting over here. I feel like we've got a very strong male and female influence. Like, both camp, but in different ways. Like, what is... Okay, I love this room divider. I love a room divider. One day I aspire to have a room big enough to divide. I love an old hi-fi. Not against this. Quite interested in the little pride tiling stripe up here. But, like, all this and, like, the TV on the box. The TV's ruining it. Honestly, throw the TV away. This plant looks not real. I don't know. I feel like this area could do with some... Oh, I love this bit, though. Right. Just turn the sofa around. This wall, knock it down. Ignore it. It's hideous. Turn the sofa around and just perceive all your lights. Flo would love those cheese holes. She'd be attacking feet through them. Yeah, Flo would stick her head through them once you come down the stairs. My old family cat used to sit on the stairs and attack ankles, and Sophie was traumatized. Okay, this bit I love, right? Love. I even love this hideous ass 90s sofa. I'm into it. I don't know how this sofa doesn't look more worn. Like, because there's no way they still sell this sofa. But it doesn't look like 40 years old. Anyway, the bell, I'm into it. Plastic plant, get rid of it. You've got enough light. The bird, yes. The weird fish plates. This, love that. Love that. Yeah, you stand up, you're headbutting these lights every time. And why would you put them there? These are clearly supposed to be in a kitchen or something. Or like over a dining table. Why are they here? You know what though? This does remind me of me, where you see something and you're like, well, I love this. I can't let it go. But you have nowhere to put it. So you end up with like a gong / bell on the dining table and whatever's going on here. What a way to go! Literally. What the fuck? Is this to host your challenges themed 3-way? What is this room? I don't understand. Like, okay, we could have Brat Summer in here. All right, we could. But then, like, what's going on here? Why is the rest of the furniture dark blue? And why have they tried... It's like they've gone, oh, this is a bit too zany. We'll bring it down with some, like, classy lamps and some, like, you know... like, what's the word? Like, nautical-themed sofas and stuff. And the, like, little glass table. Everything's very, like... and then it's very, like... Oh, we could be old money kind of aesthetic in the green room. You have to commit. And like this back here that looks like maybe it's like black lacquered wood and like has inlay on it. It looks like kind of Chinese style. If this black and like quite stark color aesthetic was bought throughout the room, this room would actually look so good. I think it's carpet. It's thick. Like, if you're gonna do green, you need to commit. All right, you just do, and it's bad. It's bad. This room is very bad. What am I supposed to be getting from this? Are they they're showing me the... Who wants that? This is just... I don't like that. None of this is doing anything for me. If there is any part of this building that doesn't need attention, it's this berserk corner. Okay, But look at this. Okay, this looks weirdly like an overpriced hotel suite. Okay? But look at this. You're sleeping there, it's raining. The sun comes up, you're blind. The sun sets, you're blind. I don't care about that. The aesthetic of this area is stunning. I love it. That being said, I don't know where you go up the stairs. I think the stairs go up here. So I kind of hate that too, because can you imagine if somebody comes upstairs and you're asleep? Like they come, because there's no door here. And I'm not a fan of a bedroom with no door, because like when you are banging or having some private time, I don't need the knowledge that it's all echoing down the stairs, right? It's mirrors? No, it's not mirrors. That's a window for sure. Unless. What? They're not giving me a close-up of it. But like there's a roof out there. Gotta bang real loud, let people know they can't come up. Yeah, and I don't like the idea that people are coming up the stairs and immediately like face to head with me. Like, I think there's something very feng shui wrong with being asleep and being able to look down the stairs. Like, your sleep paralysis demon would be frolicking up and down those. There could be a cup chair down here. I hate this. This is creepy. Delete that. Not a big fan of... The thing is with the peacock feathers is that, like, why would you not have them be blue? Peacocks have a very specific color palette. Don't make it pink. That's weird. But anyway, I don't mind this pink. It's fine. I just think this room has a lot going on and it could be way cooler. Yeah, eyes on the stairs. Hey, antimatter. No. It's fine in here. I'm a bit of a sucker for the fake aged glass. Woo!
Oh, Pog.
Oh, Pog indeed. Pog to you, my love. How was your holiday? It looked friggin' amazing. Yeah, so it's fine. This bit I like. The whole roof looks hella suspicious. I still don't understand the lack of guttering over here. And like the idea that all the water falls down and then just goes onto the wood. I know the wood's like outdoor weatherproofed, but like there's only so much it can do. But I do love this. Basketball. That's sick. Oh, that's so sick. I definitely get this like cleaned up a bit and put some tennis in there too, so you could do tennis. You know what though? Tennis be fucking annoying. Imagine without edges, you're playing tennis, your ball goes. You'd be like, that's gone. That you know what you need is a dog. So when you're playing tennis, yeah, me watching the basketball roll down the hill. Yeah, but the basketball's going to be harder to lose. Oh no, but what when you miss? Yeah, okay. So the reality of this situation is you need to put a fence up, but it is still cool. Get your cardio in? Yeah, literally. Okay, it's a bit weird, but like the seasons have changed. We've lost the leaves and they bought their drone and they want to show you it. So I guess this is your space. It's not a lot of like actual garden, but you could change that. Like this huge, great, what is this? How many people do they have around? This honestly is the driveway of somebody who hosts the swingers party. That's what I'm telling you right now. Basketball right next to your power lines. Surely those are those not not power? Are those not telephone lines? I think. Yeah, those are telephone lines. I don't think they've got anything to do with power. So like worst case scenario, you knock out the one person who still has landline. I feel sketchy about the entire build of this house. Again, it's a wooden house. I don't know much about those. But like, is it normal to have so much space underneath your house? That's weird. There's someone that's pissed off their saloon car is up to its axle in mud on the driveway. No, that's such a big driveway. You could fit, like, you could have 3 cars driving up this simultaneously. Look at that car. That's huge. So, yeah. I don't know. There's some weird little gaps going on in this house. I don't know who committed to tiling the entire ceiling. But, like, I'm into it. Why are these bits next to each other? That's what's fucked up. This bit should not be next to this bit. Culturally, they couldn't be further apart. Maybe you could paint the cheese a different color. And, like, maybe you could paint the cheese, like, her hair color kind of vibe and, like, try and tie it together with orange. Yeah. Okay, we're back down here. What am I supposed to do with this? Do I get to keep the 8-step player stereo thing? Is this supposed to make me think about... I mean, is this even a tape? I don't know what this is. Yeah, it's eclectic. I feel like we've come full circle. Oh no, we're still getting more. We're getting more details. Okay, we're in the bathroom. Ooh, the finish on these could be nicer. It's very much giving, I did this myself. Like, look at all the little frayed edges. I think that has to come down. Yeah, what is an 8-track? But I mean, surely it doesn't come with the house, so it's got nothing to do with it. This is truly bizarre. Wait, is there a basement? I don't think I've seen a basement. I'm seeing upstairs. There's the kitchen. Weird. Very strange. Feels like somewhere you might walk into in like a nightmare. You know, you woke up. Is there a parrot here? Is that a real parrot or a fake parrot? I need... What's that? That's a radio? Is it built into the kitchen? I'm trying to see what... It is! Who would own a fake parrot? These people would own a fake parrot. I've already seen at least one. It's fake! Who would own a fake parrot? These people. They should get a real parrot, though. I mean, you shouldn't. You shouldn't get parrots. They don't like it. Yeah, it's fake. I know a suspiciously fake parrot when I see one. Why is his neck like a banana? For aesthetics. Yeah, the kitchen. Whose room is this? Where even is this room? I've never... Huh? Okay. I mean, I guess this is for their cool teen who wants a cool room. I don't know what's going on in here. Or maybe this is like when they've had a row and you go into the dungeon. You get sent away into the shame room. That's sick. I like that. That's fun. I bet it sounded like shit now, but still, it's cool. We got more bathroom. Told you it was a window. It's not a window. Fuck! I've embarrassed myself. It's not a window. Okay. Damn. Yeah, it's for fucking. I've never 100% understood the above angle. I'm not sure who that's flattering for. Like, in most angles where you could see it, I don't know. Like, what? I don't know. Clearly, I'm just not a woman of the world. Like, I understand a mirror, like here. I'm not sure I get this. The multiple angles for grandma. Look, how do you become a grandma? Fucking. You can draw me a comic. No, I'm not saying I can't imagine it. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if it would look good, but, like, I guess it depends on how hot the people you're banging are. I don't know. I'm just imagining a lot of back activities. Anyway, that aside, yeah. This is the thing, right? Oh, no, grandma. Being a grandma just means that you were fucking back in the day and you're probably still doing it now. More angles for more people, then they need a bigger bed. There is a cuck chair. The watching chair. Ah! Nice and big, you know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is custom. This is worse than the room with no door. This is the room with no door. Yeah, this is the room with no door. There's no door because it's a walk-in policy. When grandma and grandpa are rocking, do come a knocking. No need to knock. We've got seat. I think this bed could be bigger, to be honest. The boob lamps. And they want to see. They want the details.
The mirrors are the benefit of whoever is looking up, either to enjoy the view, or to look into their own eyes and think about their life choices that led to this lull.
Go downstairs, put on the 1960s radio, have some hot cocoa with granny. Eye hook in the mirror with two. Someone's collecting ropes. Oh, shit, look at that. Yeah, they're ready. They are ready. This isn't just for aesthetics. You can dangle. Okay, shout out. Look, some people are doing it. They're doing it in fun and interesting ways. All right, and good for them. I hate these. I don't like these balls. These balls are not doing it for me. But I feel like for this big room with clearly its focus, there could be more fun stuff in here. Maybe they've taken some away. Maybe she does, you know? And then we're back in this weird room. The ultimate cuck room when you're not invited into the main bed. Am I going the wrong way? I think Granny's forgotten how to press buttons. Then we go out onto the balcony. We air out our giblets once they've been used and abused. We go in here. Oh, you can't deny a sink. Oh, do you know what though? The sink is like shell-shaped, but the bath isn't. That's sad. I feel like they deserve a nicer bath. I like these taps. They're very nice. But that would be hell to clean. But I feel like they deserve a nicer bath considering, you know? Is this the shame door that you leave out of, or is this the main front door? Because it's kind of giving like sideways shame door. Then you go out here. I'm not gonna lie, I love this place. Who invented the concept of a rusty mirror? Yeah, the mirror is it's supposed to look aged. So, you know, back in the day, they used to make mirrors by putting silver on the back of glass. The silver eventually starts to lift and it gives this kind of like patina. So they've just faked it, which it doesn't look good, but like I kind of get it. I don't know. I don't hate it, even though I probably should. Well, you know what? This is interested in touring this home. You know what? If I had the money, I'd fly out. I'd fly out and visit just to see. Well, yeah, it is weird. I guess that's the official front door, but they just use this as the front door. Yeah, no, you did need to send me this house. This house was actually important. This house needs to be protected. It's a cultural relic of a time gone by. I will say though, I don't know where the fuck this is, like in terms of how close it is to a city. Yeah, this is fine. Actually, I don't know. America's big. This could be far. But St. Louis, I think is how you say it, is the city. And the house is down here, right? So you can go wee up here. That doesn't look that far to get into town. That doesn't look like a crazy journey. So that's nice, you know, being close to a city. Because that's the thing is like sometimes these houses are reasonably priced, but you're like out here in Edda Springs and you've got to drive miles to anything. You're not even far from Chicago, probably. Or maybe you are. I don't know. But probably not far in American standards. So that's nice. Yeah, this isn't a bad place to live. Could be worse. Tucked in behind the rendering plant and industrial estate. Yeah, there's an area near me that like likes to be like, we're fancy. We've got all these big houses. And I used to think it was fancy. And then I went there on a summer's day. And I realized they have the water treatment plant. And it smells like poo-poo. And I was like, no, I don't want to live there. About 4 or 5 hours from Chicago. I mean, that's okay by American standards. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's a short 5-hour drive. Well, actually, we can have a look. We can see how far, because I was just saying like to the nearest city. I don't need it to be like, I need to be able to get into Chicago, but I at least need to be able to go somewhere. So if I were here and then I wanted to go into the town center, let me just go on to some city center. That is maps, directions. So if I go from there and I want to go to St. Louis, just somewhere in the middle. Leaving now, of course. No. Ooh, I forgot America's crazy. So, good news. Into the city is only a 20-minute drive. Look at that. Into the middle, 20-minute drive. That's chill. That's so chill. The issue is there is no public transport whatsoever. I've recovered. Excuse me. The listing reads, groovy, baby. Welcome to the Shagadelic 2 story. No, it doesn't say Shagadelic. Do they know what shag means? Americans, do you know what shag means? Oh no, Deets, are you ill? Are you okay? Like, you guys know Shag... Yeah, but like, just because he said shagadelic, right, doesn't mean that you necessarily know what shag means. Like, do you know what I mean? You know shag means fucking. Like, having a shag means having a fuck. Right? Yeah, okay. A true time capsule of 70s style. House doesn't just have good bones, it's got soul. And the owner's suite at the second level will be your shagadelic retreat, complete with walk-in closet. Yeah, I don't really know why Shag is shagging. I don't know, but you take you're driving. Okay, yeah, you do need to take little naps. That's good. Stay fresh. Hi Poshcat, how are you doing? Yeah, this is kind of wild. This is kind of crazy. Okay, well, you know, it's there if you want it. If you guys see me saying I bought a house. I bought a house in America. I neither can afford it nor am legally allowed to live in it. Huzzah! Oh, I hate that. You've got spunk. Ugh. Nasty. Anyway, that was a great start to the stream. I don't even want to know anything about that. I don't want to know anything about wet wang. That's diabolical. This tea is going down a treat. Anyway, how has everybody's week been? I'm sorry that I have been away. I haven't gone anywhere. My brain has just not been up for being cheery, which is cringe and bad. But I'm planning on doing some like shorter streams throughout the week coming up. Just like catch up little like chat streams, and then we'll do some games here and there. I don't know, honestly. I had to take Flo to the vets this week. She's fine. Actually, is she in her little house? Yeah, I think she is. 1 second. Look. You know you're being perceived, Flo. She's fine. She just, when I took her to the vets last year, they said her kidneys looked like they were a bit stressed and that we should check them up annually. So I decided to get them checked up, which is all, like, the vet seemed to think that they were good. We had to get blood samples. She's got a little shaved piece on her neck to make sure, just to keep track of it. Because, like, with a lot of cat health conditions, you don't know they're ill until they're, like, really ill, and then it's a disaster. But I think that was, like, stressing me out. I know! I'm so sorry. I actually might move her little house to the other side. I'm not sure. This whole background setup is just, like, an emergency setup for now. Hey, Flo. Hey. Do you want to come say hi? Yeah, she's in her winter chalet. Actually, if I just slide out the way for a second, you might be able to get some full-scale flow. I'm sliding. Sliding. This camera's very wide. Hang on. Ugh. Okay. Hello. I will be streaming from over here. Just hanging out in the corner. So you get a bit of flow activities in her chalet. Although I fear that she knows she's being perceived now. You clocked it, Flo. Don't look. Everyone play it cool. It's always been her stream. Always. She's Queen of Tarts. Florence, would you consider yourself Queen of Tarts? I'm sorry. She knows she's being looked at. She's like looking at me like, I know what you're up to. I'm like, don't pay attention. Hey Flo, you're so beautiful. She's been so good. She's been letting me scoop her and smooch her non-stop. Oh, look at this. All those toes. We got a full toe spread too. Okay, I'm coming back. Don't worry. Clarence, don't sit under my chair. What's the plan, darling? I can't roll until she moves because I don't want to squish her. Hello. I got your tail. I'm back, baby. But yeah, so I had to take Flo to the vets. I think that, like, I don't know, it was kind of stressful.
Treats forthcoming, mother, I am off for a shit.
I support her rights. Well, I will say, when I took her to the vets, one of the things the vet wanted to do was to take a pee sample. And so the vet was like squeezing where her bladder was, and she was like, she has absolutely not a drop of piss in her, but she does need a shit. And I was like, I dragged this cat all the way up here, and she's like, no piss, all shit. So we had to collect piss. That's not, it doesn't matter. All right. Doesn't matter. It's been sent off. It's being tested. It was really expensive. So I had to, I've submitted it with the cat health insurance. I'm hoping they pay me. I feel like they won't. I feel like they're going to be little bitches about it, but I have no idea why I think that. Like, it should be fine. So we're just going to cross our fingers and hope that they actually pay out. So anyway, that's been going on. Yeah, we took Flo to the vets. It was weird. It was stressful. I don't know. And I've been sleeping like shit. Like shit. I have. Usually when I do the stream on my face, I'm not even usually wearing full foundation anymore. I've got one of those like skin tints, which is essentially like half a foundation, and it does fine for the stream. Today, I have had to glob it on. I've got concealer, skin tint, concealer, foundation, highlighter under my eyes. I look like I've been beaten up. I haven't, just to be clear. I just have been sleeping like just awful. I don't think anyone's having insurance issues for a few weeks. I know, right? It's fine. Don't worry. I can't read. You can't spell. We're all good. Swapped OB and Ahsoka for the... Oh my god, both buggers were clean as a whistle. Like, genuinely, what the fuck? Like, why? No piss, all poo? Ridiculous. Anyway, so that's fine, but it was kind of stressing me out. I think I was just... Everything's been really difficult recently, obviously. And so I think I was kind of like, oh my god, what if Flo's like not okay? Even though like I've been feeding her the right food, she drinks lots of water. The, you know, like when they noticed it, they were like, it's very like borderline, but like we want to keep an eye on it. So like I knew I was doing the right thing, but I was still like, I don't know, just making scenes about the whole thing. I will say though, I'm really happy, even though this week's been a bit of a write-off for like being good. I have posted another YouTube video, which I'm really happy and proud of and about. YouTube's kind of suppressing it a little bit, but that's okay. It may get views later, and if it doesn't, it's there for the future. So I'm very happy about that. Yeah, so that's up. There's the Steam Games Simulator video. I did my first bit of like recording to camera to open the video, which I want to make more of a habit of. So that's really good. Mostly the bit of feedback I've got has been nice. Yeah, I'm hoping that, because right now the click-through rate on impressions of the thumbnail is 7.4%. I don't know what other people's click-through rates are like, but for me, that's very good. And I'm like, go on YouTube, show it to someone. I dare you. But we'll see what happens. But that makes it 5 weeks in a row of consistent uploading, which I am very pleased with. We hit 1,000 views, organic, no anything on the TikTok shop must be stopped TikTok shop Olympics video. So that's banging. I've got video ideas from now until the middle of January. So that's really cool. And I'm really happy with it. And I'm going to try and keep like some in the bag so that we can keep posts coming. I've got a lot of TikToks ready to go. I've just been like really drained, I think. I don't know. I will say though, I'm planning on just trying to get into the habit of doing more shorter streams throughout the week, just for like check-ins and hanging out, because I really enjoy them and I love streaming, and streaming is never hard. It's just sometimes like keeping the energy up is difficult, because obviously when you're feeling sad and then you're like talking, you don't want to be that person who's like, like, you know what I mean? You want to like have things to talk about and feel like you're presenting a good version of yourself. And so sometimes it's just difficult. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, oh yeah, Flo was really good at the vets as well. Really well behaved. She made friends. She was delightful. But yeah, so that's all kind of coming together. I will say though, I want to try and get some good streams in because in like 2 weeks, I'm going on holiday. It's December. Everyone else is preparing for Christmas. I have decided I'm just taking a Christmas off. All right. You guys know I'm a big fan of Christmas usually. This year isn't my Christmas. So I have taken every penny that I would usually spend on presents, food, travel, everything. And I am literally flying Sophie and I away to not think about life for a week and just lie down in the sun. And I am really looking forward to it. We're going to like this resort in like the middle of nowhere because I couldn't afford anywhere else. So there's like nothing to see, but there's a bunch of pools. So that's not usually my type of holiday, but I am so just down for it. So we're not going to be doing anything seasonal in the stream because I'm opting out this year. I'm not doing seasonal. I'm just doing looking after myself. And I'm eating Chinese food on Christmas Day. And I'll get back into it next year or something. Because I'm going to be honest, I've done Christmas for what, 34 years straight? I get a little break. You know what I mean? I'm allowed to take a year off. So, like, I haven't even celebrated my birthday that consistently. So I want to try and make sure that I get some good, fun things in, get some videos on. Hey, I always call you Zuzo, but it's, yeah, it is Zuzo. Yeah, I can read. I swear to God. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. And I'm trying to focus on, like, the good things. Like, I got a holiday. I've got videos going up. Things are happening. We're just trying to focus on the good things and, like, keep it trucking, you know? And on the subject of good things, who the fuck got assassinated? That guy got assassinated. That was funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we've been very much separated by the majority of people thinking that guy getting assassinated is hilarious. And then, like, 3 people being like, you shouldn't laugh. And it's like, is it time to eat the rich? Yes. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it is. Oh no. Glastonbury have tweeted out about people getting scammed. Apparently people are falling victim to ticket scams. Crazy. It did look weirdly like Watch Dogs. 100%. I'm just going with, I'm not going to laugh because I don't care enough. I mean, the thing is, right? I have never heard of this man who was assassinated before. I do, however, think that realistically, he was the head of a very evil company, making very evil decisions. And, like, that was really highlighted. I'm sure you guys have all seen this, but there was another American medical insurance company who were like, oh yeah, if you need any more than like the bare minimum an anesthetic for an operation, we won't cover it. We'll only cover the bare minimum, which is obviously a ridiculous concept, right? Because different people need different amounts of anesthetic. Anesthetic isn't like a one and done thing. Like when you are getting surgery and you're under a general anesthetic, you have an anesthesiologist with you, just keeping an eye on all your levels to make sure that you stay out for the entire thing, right? So the idea that a company could say, right, you're allowed this amount or to be under for this long, for like, as though anyone is saying, oh doc, please put me out for an extra hour, I'll just really enjoy it. Like, if you are out for longer than expected in a surgery, that probably means there's some kind of complication, right? If you need more anesthetic than the average person, that's just how your body is built. Like, some people do need more than others. Isn't it quite famous that, like, redheads need more anesthetic on average than other people, right? Because redheads have, like, as part of the redheaded genetic mutation, they have a genetic mutation which makes them more pain tolerant, pain resilient. I actually can't remember. But yeah, the insurance company did roll back that decision. Higher tolerance to pain meds, yes. So that's really interesting, right? Because it means that sometimes people who have certain, and obviously it's not going to be only redheads, there are certain people who are just going to have higher tolerances to different medicines, right? But that's the thing, right? You pay into a health insurance, and that was the thing about this guy who got murdered, was he was the CEO of an insurance company that apparently, because again, I'm not American, but was famous for denying your claims. Like, they were trying to use AI to assess claims, and the AI assessing thing was really shitty. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, Strather, we're like, what's it they say in like Germany? 2 idiots, 1 brain cell, or 1 thought. There was an angry letter from a doctor to the company that were denying anti-nausea meds to a child undergoing chemo. Yeah, like, the reality is that, at least in my opinion, the medical system in America is obviously entirely fucked, right? But the idea that you are paying into insurance companies that exist for profit, right? I understand paying into insurance, right? I pay national insurance. National insurance pays for whatever health care people in the NHS need. Some years, I don't need much of anything, or I just go and get like one blood test. I paid that more than enough. But then some years, I might need a lot of treatment, or I might need a surgery. And obviously, we all pay into national insurance, which then means that everybody is covered for anything they need. The issue that you have with America is, what's the point in paying in to an insurance company that isn't going to pay out, is going to have deductibles, is going to decide halfway through your treatment they'll no longer cover it, only covers certain hospitals. Like, that in itself is ridiculous, because, like, the hospital which is best at doing what you need might not be one that your insurance covers. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the idea that this guy needs to be paid millions of pounds to just ensure certain people don't get paid, like, having a collective pool of money that everyone gets paid out of makes perfect sense. Why the fuck does some people just need to funnel money out of that? It's ridiculous, you know? Mark Ronson's on a mission? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I love the fact that the only thing we know about the assassin is that he might be hot. Like, there has been so many people who have been so keen on being like, oh, I'm not against him. Like, I'm not a cop or whatever, but, ooh, I found this piece of information. I'm just going to post it publicly. And everyone's like, shut up. Oh my God. Is your doctors, nurses, and specialists are all in network, and then they'll claim the anesthesiologist isn't. Yeah. And that's the thing, is you are so... It feels very... I don't know if this is the right turn of phrase, but it feels very, like, fascist to me. When you set up a system in a way that is impossible for you to interact with as a person. It's the same way I feel about our British disability service. No, that's not the word, but like disability and pensions, right? The whole thing is set up in a way to make it impossible to interact with, and that you can get like completely fucked over by or scammed by. You can be told you're getting paid this amount of money, then they'll take it off you. Yeah, like $750 is not a joke. And like, you know that they've charged you more if they could. And so the whole thing is, yeah, no, apparently that is true. Deny, depose, defend, or defend. So there's a book. Hang on. There's a book that people think that inspired it. $4.org, they can help. Dietz has made an announcement, and I'm just going to repeat it. Americans, if you need help with medical bills, contact $4.org. They can help you. I believe Dietz. She is very trustworthy. Check it out. there are ways, and you just have to start playing the system just like they play the system. So there's a book called Delay, Deny, Defend, whose subtitle is Why Insurance Companies Don't Pay Claims and What You Can Do About It. So that is obviously very interesting and seems very connected. Like the idea, man, this book is about to sell. Yeah, so Delay, Deny, Defend. And so over the last 2 decades, insurance has become less of a safety net and more of a spider's web, sticky and complicated, designed to ensnare you as much as aid. Yeah, and like, you're paying for it. Insurance companies now often try to delay payment of justified claims, deny payment altogether, and defend these actions by forcing claimants to enter litigation. Which is really interesting. Like, it's really interesting because obviously this guy who was shot and murdered, the reality is, like, he has been more responsible. He's been responsible for way more deaths than this guy could possibly have. Even if this isn't his first murder, who's to say, or assassination, the reality of it is that the guy who runs the company, hey, how you doing? Hey, Ramon. Hey, Flo. The guy who runs the company is responsible for way more deaths. Now, you can say, oh, he didn't directly kill them. Sure. But if you were deliberately making rules that you know will kill a certain number of people, well, then you're killing those people. You're the one who decides it. Do you know what I mean? No one is making you make these rules. No one is making you focus more on profit than anything else. You know what I mean? Hey, Endless Days, how you doing? I will say, though, it has been extremely funny. I don't know if you guys have seen this as well, so I'm not going to show you the video because I'd be banned on Twitch for showing a murder, which is fair. But I don't know if any of you guys, so Brian Thompson's the guy who got shot. This is the guy who shot him, right? This is basically the information that we have about him. The issue is that the NYPD have been putting out pictures of this guy saying he's a person of interest. Can we see him? And I'm like, babe, that's just another white man with a hood and a backpack. I don't think that these men are at all connected. Like, the general public have been like, the jacket is different. The backpack is different. Even his nose, even though it's quite a big nose, is different. So, I don't think that they've got a fucking clue. Which is incredible, because he literally just stood outside, waited, shot the guy, ran off, hopped on a bike and cycled away. So, the backpacks are completely different. So this guy is about to get paid, in my opinion, because the fact that they have put out images of him clearly in like other people's perspective, designed to make him look like he might be the shooter. Because if you were just, oh, this is a person of interest, you might even say, we don't think it's the shooter. But the fact that they didn't, everyone's like, it's the shooter. Yeah, using the bicycle is fucking stunning. I'm not gonna lie, it's so satisfying. Like, obviously, you know, should you shoot people? But like that level of just like calm fucking collectedness is crazy. And the fact is, let's say that this man is just a guy with a chip on his shoulder. There are so many people out there who have been fucked over, whether individually or with family or with friends, by health insurance companies. Like, we can talk about the number of people who may have died, but like, there are plenty of people out there who have died, and they've lost relations, they've lost people they cared about, you know? I don't know what the fuck they're doing, Deeds. I mean, the thing is, it happens time and again. Because obviously, the argument for the police, right? When people are like, defund the police, da 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 da. I've lost my mouse. Are you dead, Mouse? Where are you? Mouse! I think it's dead. Hang on. Bloody hell. Hang on. Hey, Peachy! We may be in a purely analog. I'm going to have to control the stream with a... Hang on. Florence, will you assist Mother? 1 second. We're fucked. We're absolutely fucked. Florence, I need a certain kind of cable. I need a regular USB mini. Not, wait, this one? Wait, hang on, I think I found one. Okay, we're gonna get mouse control back. Hold on. How did this happen? Hey, okay, we're back. The thing is, though, people can say, like, bringing both sides of the political spectrum together, whatever, great. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Fucking right wing can jump off a cliff for all I care. But here's the situation. Turning around and going, oh, well, like, as a left-wing person saying this guy was evil, he was the head of an evil company, he was doing psychotic things and they should be stopped, versus going, oh, well, fuck around and find out. They're not the same. Like, the right wing going, oh yeah, well, that guy deserved to be killed, but we shouldn't change the systems that allowed that guy to exist. Like, it's all well and good to kill that guy, but his company are already looking for a replacement for him, right? It hasn't actually fixed anything. Hopefully we can make fucking the CEOs more scared of being psychotic fucks and making better decisions purely through fear, because hell, isn't that what we already do to poor people? You know? Oh, well, you can actually pay your rent this month if you steal your groceries, but you're too scared to steal your groceries because what if you get arrested? So then, oh, can you pay your rent? Like, the reality of it is that we already use fear for the lower classes. It's not terribly useful, but it does something, you know. At least it gets people fucking put in prison so that they can then work for free for the American state. But anyway, the point being, why can't we use, if we love using fear for things, why can't we use fear for the upper echelons? Do you know what I mean? The issue that you have is that, you know, you can be as right-wing as you fucking want, but if you're not against the thing that started this problem in the first place, you're wasting your time. You know? And I think that's where the, oh, you shouldn't celebrate a guy's death angle comes from, is because a lot of people aren't against that guy existing. And so because of that, they're like, oh, you shouldn't celebrate his death because we're just going to replace him anyway. You know? I mean, I'm sure lots of CEOs are going to get themselves more protection and more bodyguarding. What that would have done with that guy? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Unless the CEOs are going to stay in their houses and never leave their complexes, right, with all their money, there is nothing a bodyguard could have done. That guy was just standing there. How are you supposed to assess him as a risk? Like, and I know people who are fucking gobbling off police cocks 24/7 will tell me like, oh, I'd know from the way he's standing, the way he's got his hand, there's something in his pocket. Like, oh, fuck off, like you would. Like, not a fucking hope in hell can you assess every person on the street for potential danger. Like, that makes about as much fucking sense as being one of those people that's like, I'm a body, what's it called? Like, body... Now I'm thinking bodyguard. You know, people who analyze the way that you move. Most of us laugh, but it isn't solving anything. But I don't laugh at progress. I laugh because it's funny. Fuck that guy. Body language. Yes. Body language experts. Like, it makes about as much sense as that. Sure. With the benefit of hindsight, when it's not 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe you would have noticed that guy. But realistically, you can spend as much money as you want on bodyguards. Most of what bodyguards do are just provide a barrier between you and weirdos who are trying to get your money. You know? the Johnny Silverhand speech. I mean, yeah, you can post it if you want. Yeah, so like if you think it adds to the conversation, I'm happy to see it. But like the idea that if you want to exist in the world and people want you dead, you can get killed. That's just the reality of it. And when it comes down to it, unless you're going to create like walled enclaves, and the fact of the matter is, it's a bit like how kings of old used to be so hated and reviled that they would have to have people tasting their food. So if you think about it, you know when we joke about like, oh, I eat better than a king in the medieval times. You do, because your food is eaten hot. All their food had to be eaten by somebody, and then they had to sit around for an hour. Those bitches were eating cold dinner every night because so many people hated them and wanted them dead. You know? Analyzing minutes of video after the fact, and seconds of real life. Exactly. And like people will tell you, oh no, but it's the same way that like so often when someone is caught for doing a major crime, for committing a murder, it's either they were caught at the time or they told someone about it. The main thing the police have going for them is hoping that this guy will get drunk and blab. Like, so often, people are only caught because they talked about it, not because of evidence. And half the time, when people are caught with evidence, the evidence is they were in the area maybe at the time and a bit of their DNA might have existed there, but we have no proof that they actually did it and no weapon. And then people get put away for 20 fucking years. He's probably not in the USA anymore. I just fuck off somewhere else. Fuck off somewhere that has a no extradition to the USA system. Like a treaty that says they won't extradite because America puts people to death. Like, the woman outside having a coffee. Yeah, let's hope she's got some money. You know what I mean? But like, this is what I'm saying, is that even if you live in your like completely cut off enclave, you're not going to see rich people cooking their own meals. You're not going to see rich people doing their own cleaning.
StreamVODs are ready to drain hard. They're no more like the dames. Lily, and am lane. Till wall.
Thank you, officer. Do you have some more?
You know what? Let's try that again, shall we?
StreamVODs are ready to drain hard.
That was a mistake. I shouldn't have played it again.
Lily, and am lane. Till wall.
I shouldn't have played that again.
Thank you, officer. Do you have some more?
It's about accurate for the police, though. Yeah, his stroke book coverage must have been out of network, literally. Anyway, that was supposed to be like, and the right wing be like, thank you, officer. Yes, literally. It's one, thank you for the bits. It's actually our first bits of the day. No, I lied. Scotty was our first bits of the day. Thank you, Scotty, and thank you, Fred. Yeah, the whole thing is so insane, unhinged. Like, this guy absolutely had enough enemies to deserve it. If it makes millionaires and billionaires live in a bit more fear for doing evil things, great. But they will think this couldn't happen to me. Because when you're rich like that, that's how you have to think. The rich are so prone to magical thinking. Like, if you ever see rich people being interviewed about what did you do to get rich? And they're like, well, I just worked extremely hard. I'm just extremely talented. You know, they think that they're some god. They've invented working hard or getting up in the morning. The millionaires and the billionaires. You can't not say it in Bernie's voice. But they're so prone to magical thinking that they will think they are untouchable. You know, it's very much giving Justin Timberlake drunk driving. This is gonna ruin the world tour, you know? It's like, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? It's a crime's a crime. It doesn't matter if you did the world tour. And you know what? I bet you a million bazillion fucking invisible pounds that I don't have, that there are plenty of incredibly rich people who live in that fear. They do. Rich people are paranoid. Someone is coming for you. They want your money. Tell me, right, this is going to sound like a jump, but you know when Jay-Z was being asked by his cousin at his grandma's funeral for £2,000 or dollars? And he was like, no, I'm not going to give it to you because like, blah, blah, blah. the fact is, it would be literally more effort to say no than it would be to go, yeah, just contact my personal assistant. They'll deal with it. Like, you spend $2,000 on a bottle of wine without even thinking about it. I'm not saying that he should have been hit up for money, but the fact is, he's so worried, oh, people only want me for my money, they're only coming at me for my money. Because people are so paranoid that, like, your little bit of wealth and, someone is going to take it from you. Oh, this annoyed me so much as well. Yeah, Chipotle announces that they're raising their prices by 2% due to inflation. And someone's like, who's the CEO? And I'm like, you're misunderstanding the point. That guy was not shot because his product was too expensive. That's not what it is. You get paranoid if you've got more than 20 quid cash on you? Yeah, in my opinion, as a woman, you get over that very quickly. You either live your life in paranoid fear, or you just go, sometimes shit happens. Because the way that the world communicates to me is like, I, myself, am a stealable item, and people want to fuck with me. And so, therefore, I should live in permanent terror anytime I go anywhere. Completely unnecessary. Just assume you'll be fine. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, okay, don't be a complete twat if you can avoid it. But, like, we all make mistakes sometimes. You can't live like, oh, what if somebody knows about my $20? You know what I mean? But that people are assuming that they might be a professional for hire. They were hired. Professionals have family too. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. The whole professional for hire thing, there's, like, almost no one outside of, like, government employee who would essentially be an assassin. Like, assassins aren't really a real thing. They're more of, like, a fun historical idea. That's probably a guy who has access to guns because he lives in America and wants to shoot someone and thought about it. What's the easiest way of killing that guy? Probably shooting him. You know? Yeah, like, that's crazy as well. Having a gun pulled on you is fucking crazy. I saw someone throw a gun in the bin once. It was funny though. I saw someone throw a gun in the bin in front of me on the road. And I was like, good heavens. So, and I was like 13 at the time, something like that. I was like a kid. I was going to the cinema. So I called the police and I said, someone threw a gun in the bin. And the police interviewed us and they were like, a gun in the bin? And they opened the bin and they were like, there is a gun in the bin. And we were like, I know. That was the beginning and end of it. They never found shit. Free gun! I know. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? No, I was just like, oh, that's unusual. A gun in the bin? In the public bin? Strange thing to do. But anyway, nothing ever happened. And that's the thing, is most of the time with the police, nothing happens. You get robbed, nothing happens. They steal your fucking bike, nothing happens. Somebody gets in a fight with you, usually nothing happens. You know? Like, the reality of the matter is that you only get fucked over when the police really care and want to go for you, and most of the time they don't. It is considerate to use a silencer. I agree. But the shooter used an incredibly rare... What's this? An incredibly rare World War II era gun that shoots almost entirely silent. Is that true? I haven't seen that. CEO shooting update. Okay. I haven't seen that, but, you know, I've only been on Twitter and Twitter's hell. Apparently, it's telling... I wish I could read. Apparently, it's telling them the suspect is several Palestinian apartment buildings. What? What the fuck's in a Palestinian apartment building? Hold your bobs. Breaking. NYPD. Police sources say artificial intelligence is going to play a big role in nailing the idea of the gunman who killed the United Health CEO. His mask, the point out, didn't totally cover his face. Bone structure was showing through the rest of it. AI will come up with a pretty clear match, they believe. Now catching him is another story. He might be on a flight to Moscow an hour after the fact. That's so funny. Apparently it's telling them the suspect is several Palestinian apartment buildings. Who programmed this thing? Oh! Now that's good. Nah, that's good. Nah, the AI thing's complete bullshit. Everyone remembers that image of everyone remembers that image of oh, who the fuck was it? Someone. Fuck. Oh, Barack Obama. And they put a picture of him, like low poly, or like a pixelated image of him into AI, and basically said, what do you think they look like? And basically people were talking about the racial bias on machine learning. So like, this isn't the same image. But like, so AOC becomes random white woman. This guy who, I don't know, might be black, I'm not sure, suddenly becomes this guy in a wig. Because they can't even comprehend he has no hair. They've given him hair. This is so obviously wrong. Like, obviously, I don't know if I could perceive how wrong it is if I hadn't seen these faces. But the fact of the matter is yeah, like, the racial bias of the whole thing becomes a major part of it. Like, look at, this is the image I was thinking of. So funny. Obama, some white guy. The fact of the matter is, AI is good at creating a blurry facsimile of the thing that you put in, right? Like, it does a good job. If you type in cat, it's going to give you something along the lines of a cat, right? That's going to look generally like a cat. But the more specific, AI's anti-bald, yeah, they're going to put a wig right on you. The more specific you get, the more, like, specific the answer and output you want, the worse it's going to get. Started removing their leadership pages. Oh, yeah. That's so funny. That's actually the most company's response. Like, we're going to remove the leadership page. As though no one already knows who the fuck runs these companies. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, one, obviously AI isn't just one thing, right? Like, image generation via AI, whether it be through prompt or through, like, a pre-designed picture, you know, find me something that looks like this. Like, your to baldness is try and be more blurry. Literally, all you need to do, that or buy a wig. Everyone's buying wigs. Everyone's just got stick-on hair, which I love. I think that's brilliant. Really does solve your problems. Don't even need to think about it. Just glue it on. But yeah, the reality is that AI is going to do fuck all at ensuring they've got the right person. The fact that they are talking about AI in terms of, like, buzzwords just shows how far they are from dealing with this. Like, if they didn't catch him at the time, they're not going to fucking catch him. Deets, I'll see you later. That's why I move so fast. No baldness here. But yeah, no, the whole thing with that is just, I don't even know. It's so unhinged. It's so crazy. It's so stupid. Shout out to that guy. He got his revenge. He was clearly angry at one person in particular, and he fucked that guy up. And, you know, I don't know exactly what that guy, what his motives were, you know, down to, like, specifics. But, you know, you make decisions that get people killed, you're gonna get killed sometimes, you know? And yeah, I think that this case may be one of the cases that helps people realize how useless the police are. Because when you haven't had a lot of interaction with the police, I think you end up in a situation where you go, well, if I got robbed if something bad happened to me. But so many people who have had interactions with the police know how bad they are at doing what you think they should be doing, whether it be protecting people. Like, what they're good at is protecting capital, right? They're good at kettling people who are protesting and fucking hitting them with sticks. But they're bad at detecting, like, who's done a crime. They're bad at actually protecting the individual people. And, like, it becomes a complete waste of time to invest, especially as much money as America does. So much money in this like militarized police force that literally can't fucking solve a crime when it happens literally on a bicycle. You know? You can't solve a crime when it's one man in front of a building covered in cameras on a bicycle. You know? And so then it becomes like, well, what the fuck is the point? What are you even here for? You know? Because everyone loves to go, oh, who would you call if you got attacked, if you got assaulted? Have you seen how many years it takes for them to process, like, sexual assault kits? It's not functional. So, dare I say, he's on a bike, ends pursuit. They literally missed it. Like, it's crazy. Now, he just cycled off. Apparently, he cycled through Central Park, and they were like, well, could be anyone. But yeah, I think that is insane. But like, also shout out to the sexy assassin. And like, everybody wants to smash. And like, I really hope that this does get some people thinking a bit more about like, why was that guy doing that job? What could we do to stop people like him existing rather than like dealing with the individual? Because it again becomes the like, you know, it's not about the culture. It's about like that one guy, but like update they're all that evil. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Ooh, on the subject of crazy stuff, have you seen there's been another crime on the internet? The Hawk Tour girl has done a rug pull. I didn't even think that people were still doing crypto meme coins, right? So this, just to give you guys the full story, right? For those of you who don't know about this, I don't know if anyone doesn't, but so I don't know, like earlier this year, some girl was asked a question in one of those street interviews, and she said, "Hot tour, spit on that thing," right? Talking about giving head. And America, I don't 100% know why, lost their shit. I don't know what it is about a blonde woman talking about giving head, but they went off on it, right? They fucking love that bitch. Okay, fine. She started a podcast called Talk to Her, like Hawk to Her. That's been doing really well. Shout out to her. She's just some random, by the way. So anyway, she's been famous for like, I don't know, 6 months or... someone can correct me if they know how long she's been famous for. And they spat on that thing. Hawk to Her, spit on that thing. They were like, I'm there. No. I'm saying America as a nation loves her. Not every individual American. Like, Britain as a nation loves many idiotic things that I do not love. Yeah, I don't consider, like, all Americans one group. And I don't think that anyone should do that with other countries. It's a silly way of doing it. But that being said, she is wildly popular. And she has decided to create a cryptocurrency meme coin called Hawk. And the coin came out and the price went through the roof. And then, so the way that this works is, right, you think, okay, someone's going to announce, a coin comes out, right, it's coming out, and the people go and buy it. Well, the issue that you have is that they did a pre-sale where like selected people, I guess in the crypto industry, could buy the coin before it became available to the public. So what that meant was a bunch of people were already holding on to the coin. The public then go and buy it because she said, yo, buy my meme coin. The price goes way, way, way up. Then the people who have the pre-allocated early access coin sell it. The price tanks. right? Everyone's lost all their money. That's basically the long and the short of it. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but CoffeeZilla, whose like entire YouTube like persona platform is talking about people who run crypto scams, is like, this is such a scam, such a pump and dump. So yeah, I don't know how much you guys pay attention to like the crypto bullshit of it all.
Does anyone else find it incredibly funny that Hawktube got fucked by a money market pump and dump?
Well, this is the thing, is my main takeaway from this is I'm not saying other influencers are more moral. Like, we have seen plenty of immoral influencers who have done this kind of shit. Fucking, who the fuck's been doing pump and dumps? Logan Paul or whatever with his zoo coin game thing. CoffeeZilla covered that one as well. Who else was it who had a meme coin recently that was a massive scam? Like, oh god, one of those fucking kick streaming cunts. They all do it. His Mr. Beast video is crazy too. Yeah, his videos are crazy. He's very, very like tuned into what he does. But the thing with this scam is that when you have become internationally or at least nationally famous, because I don't know, aside from people who are like terminally online, I don't know how well known she is in other countries, because like I've heard of her, but like I spend too much time on the internet, obviously. So the reality of it is that if you were her and you've blown up and become super famous like really quickly,
I wonder whatever happened to that space cadet that tried to fund a commune. Was a crazy blonde girl that everyone thought was being held hostage.
oh my god, I don't even remember that one. I remember the coin that they were like, we're gonna buy an island, and then you've bought land when you buy the coin, and then you can but then the island was like too small to even create its own energy, so the whole island was gonna have to be run on like diesel power. It was a complete mess. Yeah, like at the end of the day, I don't care if you just randomly blow up and people like it. Cool. All right, she's a pretty blonde girl. She talks about giving head. Guys are gonna be into that, right? Fine. Like, cool. If you find it funny, great. You know, a lot of kids find it hilarious. Who cares? The issue is she's gonna have no connection with her community, right? If you have, over the course of months and years, built a following online, right? You have made videos, you have posted, you have watched people support you, you have built a community, you have interacted with those people, you have thanked them for their help, they have directly supported you by like subscribing to you or going on Patreon or whatever people have going on, you're going to have a much stronger respect for that community than one day just appearing in a video and a million people going, I love you, right? It doesn't surprise me that someone has approached her, said, hey, we can make loads of money out of this. And she's gone, cool. She's not worried about the people that are getting scammed. They don't mean anything to her. Why would they? She might say, I love my fans, but they didn't exist a few months ago. So, like, and realistically, a lot of the people who are obsessed with her are some of the worst people going, because they've kind of politicized her into this, like, she's not woke kind of person, which is just, she's become more of, like, a representation than she's become, like, a person. Do you know what I mean? Like, even down to, so I just went on her Twitter, even down to her banner being Mount Rushmore, right? Mount Rushmore is insanely colonial, right? Like, this was the a mountain that was like owned by, oh god, I can't remember the exact who it was now, but it was owned by a First Peoples nation, and it was like a religiously important like mountain, and it was blown up, like, and then turned into these faces of the fucking white conquerors deliberately, right? It was like a fuck you to those people in specific. So, like, sticking your face on that is a little, you know what I mean? Like, now, okay, you're gonna be like, you're too woke or whatever, which is, you know, fine. It's fine if you don't care. individually about Mount Rushmore. This obviously happened a long time ago. But that being said, I wouldn't want my brand to be that. Like, her with the, like, cowboy hat and the Dogecoin and the Bitcoin glasses and the, like, meme deep fried vibe. And yeah, it's half finished. They never got necks or bodies or anything. But, like, actually, let's find out. Let's get the actual story. It was half finished at the banner because it's way too fucking expensive. So, Mount Rushmore. Do we have an image of the original area? Yeah, so it used to be... So the mountain used to look like this, and it was called the Six Grandfathers. That was the mountain before it got blown up. And you can see that's quite a special looking mountain. Like, most mountains do not look like that. That is a very interesting one. Yes, it was done to erase a religiously significant place and remove it from the First Peoples Nation to use. Exactly. Who was using it, though? Whose religious place was this? Let's get the details. Mount Rushmore and the surrounding Black Hills were considered sacred by Plains Indians such as Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Lakota Sioux, who used the area for centuries as a place to pray and gather food, building materials, and medicine. The Lakota called the mountain Six Grandfathers, symbolizing ancestral deities personified as the six directions: north, south, east, west, sky above, earth below. In the latter half of the 19th century, expansion of the United States into the Black Hills led to the Sioux Wars. In the 1868 Treaty of Fort Laramie, the U.S. government granted exclusive use of all Black Hills, including Six Grandfathers, to the Sioux in perpetuity. Six Grandfathers was a significant part of the spiritual journey taken in the 1870s by Lakota leader Black Elk, also known as the Sixth Grandfather, that culminated in the nearby Black Elk Peak. So yeah, it was supposed to be a protected and owned area. It was supposed to be owned by the Sioux, and then that was disrespected, as happened with many treaties that were signed by the American federal government. So it's a fucked thing to do, right? And like, that in itself, in my opinion, is a weird banner to have, in summary. I know it feels like I'm going too deep, but I still think it's interesting. You can rule out Fred shooting the CEO because he'd be tweeting about it half an hour later. Fred would not be able to hold his tongue. I would never ask Fred to participate in a murder with me because he wouldn't shut up. I can keep a secret if I need to. Fred cannot. Yeah, so I didn't actually know that about the Taliban and Buddha. That's really interesting. So, hi Candy, how you doing? So yeah, basically, it doesn't surprise me that she would try and monetize her fans like this. Who we murdering? No, it's already been done, babe. No one's being murdered. Not today, at least. But, you know, I mean, there are some CEOs that have a problem. I'm so bad. I hate Hitman. I suck at it. I hate it. But yeah, basically, she put this coin up. It instantaneously went up to a really high amount, really high value, and then the people who originally bought sold. She said like, oh no, this isn't what we meant. But then I'm like, well, why would you let people buy in specifically early so that when they can buy in when it's cheap, and then when the price goes up, they can sell it, right? There's also an issue of her team or whatever were charging 15% on all purchases. So they made like 2 million in an afternoon. And according to CoffeeZilla's video, which we can watch if you want to. I don't know how many of you guys have already seen it, but according to CoffeeZilla's video, she is getting half of the like net income from it. So she's probably getting like a good amount of money. Do you know what I mean? So the whole thing is so sketchy and so shitty and seemingly designed to screw people over that people who know much more about this than me seem to be saying that seemed to be saying that she could be in legal trouble for this essentially being such a scam. Now, I personally think that this is a meme. I don't know if it's a meme. I don't know if it's like a troll or whatever, but I personally think it is. Because somebody posted about it and said, "Hi, Haley Welsh. My $35,000 that I purchased of Hawk is now 2,000 in 10 minutes after buying. I'm a huge fan of Hawk Tour, but you took my life savings. I purchased your coin, Hawk, that you were so excited about with my life savings and my children's college education fund as well." I'm going to be honest, I don't think that's enough for an American college education, but what do I know? "You didn't mention that you were going to buy 97% of the supply and sell it almost immediately to make a large profit. If I'd have known that information, I would not have purchased your coin. Please help me. Who can I contact for a refund?" Oh no. That's a semester tops. Yeah, I guess like in-state and community college is a bit cheaper. But, you know, still not the vibe. So yeah, people are like saying they've lost loads of money. And the people, so there was a Twitter Spaces talking about this. There was a Twitter Spaces talking about the whole thing. And they basically said, "Oh, well, we were looking to get normies into crypto, like people who wouldn't otherwise invest." Because obviously the crypto investing community is quite small. So they were deliberately trying to get regular people in to then funnel money out of them, which I think is psychotic as well. So yeah, I will say this seems extremely fucked. Like, good heavens. And I do feel bad. Again, like, I don't think any of the people who are buying the Hawk coin are like my kind of people, but specifically targeting a community that probably don't understand very much about crypto to then pull a pump and dump is fucked. It's so fucked. So many people lost so much money. Literally. Yeah, spin on that thing. That thing being the faces of her fans. Crazy. Well, the thing is, like, money as a concept can be made not valuable or worthless. And the issue with a lot of crypto is, like, where is that money accepted? It's a currency. It's not an investment platform. So, like, if you can't spend it anywhere, what's the point in it? It doesn't make sense. So anyway, yeah, CoffeeZilla's got a really good video about it. And if we care, we can maybe watch it tomorrow or something. But I think, so glad I was born before crypto. Yeah, and like, I get it, right? Because people who are like, feel like they missed out on Bitcoin and obsess about, well, what if I'd have done this? What if I'd have done that? Like, I remember when Bitcoin came out. I was on the internet then. I also had no money. This was before there was any like political equivalence to cryptocurrency, and I just remember people talking about it. And around the time of like the pizzas, right? The guys who sold the pizzas. And I was like, oh damn, that sounds cool. Because, you know, the internet was young and I thought it was cool. And I was like, oh yeah, I'd be well down to like get some Bitcoin. And then I was like, yeah, I don't have any money. Like, I have no money, so I'm not going to do that. Now, if I could go back in time and give myself £100 and then spend that £100 on Bitcoin, update, I was like 17 or 16 or something. I don't have any fucking money. What am I going to do? You know? Like, tell my parents, like, oh, you need to give me £50 so I can invest it in something that's completely made up. Like, it's a ridiculous way to live your life, and you can't live it like that. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin as a concept really only makes sense to allow you to send money to people that, like, you wouldn't otherwise be able to send money to. Because, like, one of the angles is people think it's, like, untraceable, but it's so far from untraceable. It's, like, unbelievably traceable. Flo really wants to get up there, but she can't do it. Flo, you can step down. Oh my god, what's she about to do? She's about to get some Florence action. Can you make it, Flo? No? think she has to go back in her house. Yeah. Oh no, you're in the cult of TikTok Shop. Look, I have bought something off TikTok Shop. That I bought off TikTok Shop. It's a toy I got for Flo. Hello. It's a toy I got for Flo. It like poofs out a little thing and like it comes through the holes for her to attack. You've got 3 parcels coming. There's currently an OnlyFans girl who wants to have sex. I thought more than one person had done the whole having sex with 1,000 people in a day. I mean, at the end of the day, right? As somebody who, I'm not on that platform, but I am on a different platform. And I do the things that I like to do and I want to do and I find nice and post nice pictures and do whatever I want, right? The reality of it is a lot of people who make that kind of content are very young. And I personally feel, obviously I'm not here to make any rules about how young people are allowed to be, but I feel like if I was making those choices about what I wanted to do when I was 19, I would have been taken advantage of a lot more. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all do things that we like and that we enjoy and that we've all got our own lines. But I do think that when it comes down to especially young people, and I think that there's a moral aspect of it that comes from like men subscribing to girls that are so young, and then knowing that they can put pressure on them to get them to do certain things. I'm not worried about like your future, right? Oh my god, what if people find out this and use it against you or something? Like, fuck those people. But I do think that psychologically, fucking 1,000 guys in a day, you're not fucking anyone. You're just getting 1,000 people are putting something in you. Like, that's just the reality of it. And I personally think, while I'm sure she's making so much money, it would make me go fucking blind if I thought about it. You do still have to want to do that. And like, there are some people who do want to do that. For some people, that's hot. They're like, yeah, that I'm into that, right? And I'm not trying to kink shame, because some people are into that. Like, I wouldn't want to go and meet a random stranger and bang them. But then partly, maybe I don't want that because as a woman, I don't think I'd be safe, right? I have to be careful because the world is a stupid place where apparently, even though people want to have sex with women, they're also going to be cruel to them. Like, I don't know. It's a confusing situation. But like, the idea of like meeting someone in a park and getting like sticks in my hair or whatever is just not, you know what I mean? It's not really for me. But I'm not saying you can't do that. Like, do it, you know? But I do think the idea that like, we all do things we wouldn't otherwise do for money. People do jobs that they don't enjoy. You know, that's normal. But you do need to be able to protect yourself and your health and your brain and your interactions with the world, because I personally think like potentially doing that kind of thing is a bit like competitive eating. Like, you could ruin food for yourself, you know, and you deserve to enjoy food. It's fun. It's nice. You don't want that ruined for you. So I do think that like that is very sad. Also, Scotty, I don't know why you sent me this, but I want it. And I'm mad at you. I'm really mad at you, actually. I can't. But okay, so I don't know what this is. I don't recommend you buy it. This could be a scam. I don't know what this website is. I know nothing about this product. But I want this. I'm not spending $100 on it. It probably takes 6 months to get here. It'll probably look like shit and smell like pee. But I want it so much. Look how cute these are. Which one looks most like Flo? That one looks a lot like Flo. Her eyes aren't quite that dark. That one is so freaking cute. This is so dumb. But the thing is, you'd buy it, and within how... And also, here's something I think is a bit weird. They seem to have, like, different handles. Maybe they've got a long and a short handle. I don't know. But it's really cute. Aldog, thank you so much. I appreciate you a ton. Yay. Oh my god, the grey tuxedo is the most expensive. This is so dumb. In brackets, I love it. I'm 3 months in advance. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's so cute. I will say as well, and again, this isn't a promotion, but I saw something I thought was really cute.
Persian looks like it's at the vet's. D.
Yeah, it does have a little terror in its eyes. Look, it's like, ah! Don't get me. Yeah, I was looking at something today. I opened Instagram for like the first time in several days. And I got a targeted advert. And I was like, oh shit!
Just putting some bits toward the cat bag fund.
Don't tease me. I actually bought 2 new bikinis. I'm going on holiday. There will be images on other services. And you don't even want to know. Like, bikinis that I buy are essentially like a specialty rare item. I bought 2 bikinis, just normal bikinis, and it cost like £140. So, all tips and donations today are going towards whichever of the bikinis I'm keeping, because I'm not keeping both. They're just normal as well. Like, I can show you, they're just like, they're not like from a fancy brand or anything. They're just like a bikini. You can buy realistic fake cremated remains. Good heavens.
Friday joke. Did you hear about the wooden car with the wooden engine, wooden seats and wooden wheels?
I did not. Tell me.
It wouldn't start.
I wish it was bougie. Like, they're not bougie. Hang on, I can show you this without showing you. Bikinis on a website are fine, right? They're not like thong bikinis or anything. It's just like a normal bikini on a bikini website. I think that's okay. In fact, I'm going to say confidently, it is okay. No way will Twitch get me in trouble for this. This is one of the ones that I got. And I got the big panty, and I should have got the small. The big is too big. They go way too high. I was like, I'm insecure, and then I put it on, and I was like, okay, well, so I'm gonna return that and maybe swap it. But just to show you like the level of like bougie we're buying here. This is just like a normal fucking piece of. This is a normal bikini. There is like nothing fancy happening here. It's just average. But it is really cute. But, like, that's it. You know what I mean? There's, like, nothing like, oh, my God, you're really stepping out. But I have to get it in, like, the fucking double bazaar size for freaks. I'm essentially buying products that they're like, well, I suppose we could make this. Someone might buy it. And then here I am. Anyway, it's either that one or the other one. I will make a decision. They're both cute, though. Let me see the other colors. Peachy's trying to purchase things. Okay, I'll show you. So we have this color. This is the pink floral. We have the green mix. Also pretty cute. We have the animal print for when you want to be like, you're not my mother. Yes, I am. Tie-dye. I wanted this. They didn't have it in my size, which was sad. They didn't have it in my boob size. And then red, which I think is the least interesting. But anyway, Bravissimo slaps. Their products are fantastic. It's just really expensive. The top I bought is £40 and the bottoms are 26. Death. Anyway, yeah, on the subject of things that are way too expensive, I was talking about going on Instagram, right? So I went on Instagram and I got a targeted advert for a brand that I've seen around because I think Cyborg Angel has worked with them in the past and like done some promotions with them. And I never reached out to them because I was like, you know what? The stuff's cute, but it's not really like me. And I don't like advertising stuff that I don't feel like 100% down with, right? So I saw this advert for their Lands Between collection, which is an Elden Ring collaboration. And I was like, fuck. Right? I was like, you have my attention. Okay? I'm going to show you a product. I'm going to try not to show you the price. So, here is a product that... Okay, if I click on it, you're going to see the price. No! You can't be influenced. And here's why. I saw it and I was like, fuck! I love this. I have been looking for like, not looking. I've been thinking I would really like a new big jumper for a while, right? I have a few jumpers. They're all old. They're all like losing their color and stuff. And I was thinking I might treat myself, right? A few people are going to get this. I think aesthetically it's really cool. I really like it. Thank you for the level 1 hype train, by the way, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, Peachy, Swill, Scotty, and Aldog. You are delights. So I saw this, right? It's a nice jumper. How much would you pay for this jumper? Like, or how much, if you wanted this jumper, would you pay? I know it's not going to be everybody's vibe. I'll show you some of the other options. £40 says Jetstorm. A reasonable price. There's also this one, which I really liked. Right? It's a nice jumper. It's like an oversized, I mean, it's extremely oversized on her. It's like got a little thing on the back with a fun little, like, where do you want to revive? Here's the front. £55, £45, £60, says Scotty. That's very reasonable. I thought 60 was in the right vibe. So you're gonna guess around the £100 range. Brilliant, love that. Now bear in mind this is pounds, not dollars. So that sweatshirt I just showed you is it's £230. This sweatshirt is £230. Oh no, this one's 200. This one's 230. £230. I was absolutely shocked to my core. I really like these. I was genuinely thinking maybe I'll treat myself. And then I saw that and I was like, no. I was even considering organic cotton. Right? I am sure it is good quality. I have no doubt, right? I'm sure it's good quality. I'm sure they put the work in. The design's interesting. The arm thing is really cool. Like, it's an interesting thing. Okay? I understand that maybe like a more average, like even if it was like 80 quid, I could have, I'm not saying I'd have bought it, but I could have at least understood it. Right? I mean, are they collectible? A limited run of 199. How many things do they usually sell? Who's to say they wouldn't reprint them? Like, I don't know. The reality is, I don't necessarily think that they would be shipping thousands of these at that price point anyway. Right? Then I saw this jacket, right? It's a really cool jacket. It's a little bomber. Love a bomber jacket. It's got a nice metal zip. And it's got a map, the Elden Ring map on it. How much do you think that cost? So, hang on, we can... Oh, you're going to see it now. I shouldn't have done that. Don't look. So this is it. I don't know if you saw it. So this jacket, the Lands Between printed bomber, is £875. This faux fur coat that's lined with that same material is £700. I went from, I think I'm going to buy something here. This dress is £2,000. It's made to order though. That's the only benefit, is it's made to order. So like, at least you know it will fit you. Now, I buy most of my clothes on Vinted, all right, which is secondhand. I buy other clothes from the charity shop. I don't often buy brand new things, except for like underwear and stuff, because, well, it's fake fur, so it's just plastic. Like, and that's fine. I understand that like fur is very controversial. I understand that like a lot of the fur, like I'm not personally against the use of like leather, because I think leather is already like a byproduct of a pre-existing industry. But that being said, like, do I want to see like 1,000 mink die for my jacket? Not really. So yeah, like I will say as well, the shine on it is very much, and the way that it's like clumping a little bit, it's very much giving acrylic, and it's saying it's 70% acrylic here, so it's probably acrylic. I think it's acrylic. I like it. I haven't owned any fur. Fur needs special upkeep as well. So even if you were somebody who like bought like antique fur as a, you know, like my engagement ring was a antique ring, because I didn't want to contribute to like buying new jewels that have to be dug out of the ground by people who are being underpaid and overworked, and sometimes they're slaves and all that kind of stuff. So I chose to just do that, and I totally understand doing that with fur. Like if you want fur, going for like an archival vintage piece, but fur still requires a certain amount of like maintenance. Like some people keep their furs refrigerated so they don't dry out and stuff. It's like a whole thing. There was a thing of fur hoods that were other animal that wasn't on their list of no thing. So you could use like no this animal or that animal, and then there'd be another animal. Now I'm not shitting on these like designers specifically. I think they have made really cool, interesting products that I like. I love a big jumper. I love a bit of a streetwear vibe. And you know what? Clearly they're just going for a market that is above my level. Do you know what I mean? Like a market that I can't afford. That, you know, they're obviously not aiming their new products at me. But that being said, I do think when you're looking at Elden Ring players and enthusiasts who are into streetwear, who are willing to buy new Elden Ring related clothes, who are also willing to spend hundreds of pounds, that's kind of a crazy place. And that's sad, because I like these products, and if they do flop, I'm going to be annoyed because I want them. I just don't want to spend £800. Like, I've been looking for a coat for a hot minute, because I have a coat, but it's like a very large orange men's coat. I love it. I wear it all the time. But I would quite like a more like feminine coat, like when you're wearing a dress. Like if this were like £150, and like maybe you couldn't make it for that, but if this were £150, I could genuinely be tempted. I'm not saying I would buy it, but I could be tempted, right? But for £700, no, babe. You need to send this to the Hawk Tour girl and all her scammed money, because I don't have the cash, you know? Yeah, get yourself some food and get to bed. All you need to do is recognize that like your body is doing its best and you were doing your best, and don't beat yourself up about when you get tired, because you do. And you gotta rest. But yeah, I thought that was insane. That blew my mind. I was like, okay, no little poison jumper for me. And I think like especially the jumpers being £230, crazy. Really crazy. The other thing I wanted to say as well is that Twitter has been getting more and more diabolical. I do have a Blue Sky account, and I am going to try and actually start posting on it. I have a Blue Sky account. I'm Lemony Bello on there too. That is me. I don't think I have it on my Linktree right now, but if you are Blue Sky people, I think I haven't been feeling like I have anything to share recently. Like I've just been feeling very like dried out for like talking about things. I don't know. I think it's just, you know, when you're sad and everything's difficult, it is. But I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm trying to put the effort in where I can. I'm trying to like, you know, just focus on the positives where I can focus on them. And just be understanding that like everything's still very new and it's going to take a minute. But that being said, while I will still tweet when it works, because it never fucking works on my phone, I am going to be posting on Blue Sky probably more than Twitter. Again, I'm the same name basically everywhere, so it's really easy. The Twitter app never fucking works on my phone. It does work on my computer, but then it's just bollocks, right? Hey Zarian, I hope you had a good lunch. So yeah, my that's where I'm basically going to be a little bit more, and I'm going to try and get into the habit of posting. I think as well with Twitter, I just get tired of all of the bots, not just like interacting and trying to DM me, but also all the bots like replying to stuff and just being like contrary for no reason, and it's just really tiring. So if you guys have Blue Sky accounts you think I should follow, do let me know. You can message me on Discord or anything like that. Because right now I don't really know who to follow. I need to find all my friends on there. It's just so much easier on Twitter because I've just been there for so long. But honestly, I never see posts from people I follow anyway. So, you know, Twitter with the PvP turned off. Yeah, and it seems really nice. And again, I think the fact that Twitter's been going to shit has just given me an excuse not to post. And it's also tiring because right now you really need to be posting on Twitter, on Twitter, on Threads, and on Blue Sky. Yeah, that's so fucked. Well, it's genuinely so fucked. Yeah, right now my Blue Sky is only showing me cat pics. Twitter is hot garbage in a flaming sack. You literally could not be more correct. It's so fucked. So anyway, I mean, there are going to be bots. I'm not saying Blue Sky is going to be good forever. I've just been meaning, I had things I want to say, and I've just deliberately not said them because I'm like, ugh, who fucking cares, right? Who wants to deal with that? And I'm like, you have a different, better platform. Give it a go, right? Like, try. So I definitely felt a bit dry on, like, every time, like, a controversy comes up, I'm like, who fucking cares? Every time, like, something happens, I'm like, I don't care, whatever. And then I'm like, you have opinions. It's good to share them. I just think I've been feeling very, like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone leave me alone. Which isn't the best. Sky Follower Bridge. What does this do? Open your Twitter followers. So did it just follow or find your Twitter followers for you? Oh, that's really cool. Okay, that's really good. Why not? We'll give it a go. So yeah, I will be posting more on there. I just wanted to give that a shout out. I will add it to my list of sites. And I'm going to try and, like, get back into the habit. Like, I've been seeing, like, films and going out. I went and saw The Holdovers, which I really enjoyed. It's a lovely Christmas film. If you want, like, it's, like, ever so slightly melancholy, but also, like, uplifting. You know, it's one of those movies that, like, hits both the angles. I went and saw that for the first time. I had some amazing, desperately cheap Chinese food in Chinatown. It was so tasty. I went and saw Moana 2. I really enjoyed Moana 2. If you care to see it, I would, and you're looking for, like, an upbeat little vibe, definitely do. It's great. I will say the music is terrible. There's one song in it and the visuals are unbelievable. The visuals are so stunning. I was like, fuck, I wish I was watching this on IMAX. And I was like, I actually think what they should do is just record a new song and slot it in. Like, I don't need them to pretend. Like, just abandon this song. Just admit it's bad and throw it away. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like, I've been doing stuff and I haven't been posting it on Instagram just because I think I just feel so, like, small. Do you know what I mean? I'm so, like, don't talk to me. But I'm going to try and, I think, use the stream because the stream is obviously the place where I feel safest. Like, the stream's my stream. You know what I mean? Like, I know this isn't, like, the original my stream, you know, but it's like, I'm still in the same room. I'm still the same person, you know? So I'm, like, sitting here, and I think I want to try and use the stream as a way of, like, getting back into the habit of, like, sharing a little bit and not feeling, like, completely cut off. And not just hiding away, because it just feels easier right now, you know? Like, and everything just feels like, you know what I mean? Like, everything just feels a bit pointy. But especially given that I've got my holiday coming up, which I'm really excited for. I'm going to try and, like, just start to do a little bit more with, like, some fun short streams. I actually had a whole plan of a thing I wanted to do today, and we talked for too long. I have a Facebook Marketplace PowerPoint. So maybe I'm going to try and do that tomorrow and maybe do an early stream tomorrow. So I may have to get out of the theatre to see Nosferatu. I am so excited for Nosferatu. Oh my god, I'm excited for Nosferatu. Fuck! I want to see that so badly. So yeah, I will be seated for Nosferatu. I am very excited to watch that. So if you was trying to make us go see it on New Year's Day, and I was like, we will be hungover. So yeah, that's not going to happen. But anyway, I am going to scuttle off. Catty? Oh, is that your friend who does the music? That's fucking sick. But yeah, I'm gonna scuttle off so that we can rest and rejuvenate. I'm gonna aim to be back for an early stream tomorrow. We have a PowerPoint of Facebook Marketplace. We have some insane Christmas games to play. So I don't know which of those we'll do tomorrow, but we'll do at least one, if not more. Yeah, I'm aiming to do an early one. I think probably Fred will want to stream afternoon into evening. So I'm probably going to try and stream from like 4 till 6:30 or something and then hand over. I don't know if he wants to. I can ask him. Wow, that's crazy. What the hell? So yeah, we've got a PowerPoint. We've then got another PowerPoint for next week. If you guys have ideas, by the way, of things you'd like to see me talk about, let me know. We can always put some time into it. I will say though, I'm gonna kind of I'm not gonna raid into somebody, but I am going to say, hey, I have a new YouTube video. It is 5 bizarre simulator games that broke me. It's really good. It's the first one where I've done some like talking head stuff. If you missed the simulator game stream, it's all edited down. So here is the link. Please go and watch it. I'm aiming to be back tomorrow early. I will let you know on socials if like anything blows up before then. And we're going to try and to get into better streaming habits. I appreciate you all for being here. You are the bomb. Yeah, go watch it and comment. I watched it. And yeah, please go see that right now. And I'm going to go away, and I wish you all a beautiful evening of good vibes, because I appreciate you all and we deserve to be having nice times. And I'm going to put us on a little song to go out on. We're going to just hope for the best. We're going to click. We're just going to click. This is good. This is a nice song. Boring. Click with your nose. Use your tongue. Bye. Go watch the video, please. Love you.